Hi guys, this is Godzilla Fan 8889 and welcome back to another MCPE add-on review. In today's add-on review, we're going to be reviewing the update of the Humanoid Terrors add-on, or as it's known by its other name, its new name, the Terrible World add-on, but I still refer to it as the Humanoid Terrors add-on. So recently, the Humanoid Terrors add-on has underwent a massive update. They've added a lot more mobs, a few more features. But yeah, the highlight of the update is obviously the mobs. So I'm going to be looking over all of the new features and the new mobs in the update today. Though if this video gets too long because there's a lot to cover, I might just make a part 2. So like last time, I have all these chests with the spawnings of the mobs in them, and I have the names of the mobs, their HP, and their attack damage according to the MCPDL page. So this add-on was made by Mr. Volt, by the way. Please give him some support, and we're going to be looking over the mobs first, of course, because they're the main feature of this update. Again, there are other things included, but we'll go over them later. So I also have a villager to test their attack animations, look at their attack animations. So first we have the Carnivore, or the Carnivore, from Love, Death, and Robots, which is a show I know literally nothing about. I do not know anything about Love, Death, and Robots other than a quick Google search. So the Carnivore has 300 HP and 40 attack damage. Again, this is according to the MCPDL page. So this is the Carnivore. And knowing nothing about Love, Death, and Robots, I'm gonna say this. It kind of looks like a Pokemon. So yeah, this is the Carnivore. It has a tail on the back of its head, which splits into 4 like tendrils or tentacles. And alright, so it's hostile villagers. Wait. There we go. That's its attack animation. It doesn't do much, you know, it's just a mob. I don't think any of the mobs have special abilities, or not many of the mobs have special abilities. There's no, like, range attack or anything. It'll just run towards its target and attack them. So, yeah, that's a Carnivore from Love, Death plus Robots. So, yeah, if you're a fan of Love, Death, and Robots, then this will be a fun add-on. So, yeah, now we're going to be looking over the Hellhound. And yes, Humanoid Terrors added a couple of monsters from mythology as well. Or mythology/folklore. So we have the Hellhound, which I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be, you know, the hounds that guard the gate to hell or something like that. So yeah, this is the Hellhound. I assume that's lava or blood all over its body. It's probably like lava. And it has a running animation. Yeah, look at that running animation. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the monsters don't really have sound effects, I think. So yeah, I have the strength effect because I'm going to also see if the monsters drop trophies. So the Carnivore dropped nothing, but the Hellhound drops a Hellhound trophy. The Hellhound has 100 HP and 20 attack damage, so it's kind of strong, but not as strong as the Carnivore. Okay, so that was the Hellhound. Now we have the Werewolf, and yes, this is a classic, your classic werewolf, you know, the man that turns into a wolf by night. I know it's day, okay, I know it's day. And they're basically just like the Hellhound, except, you know, they have a different texture. Instead of black fur, they have white fur and some gray fur on top. So yeah, they have an attack animation as well. I think their animations are basically identical to the Hellhounds. So those are the werewolves, and they drop werewolf trophies. So now we have the next mob, which is El Chupacabra. This is I think it's like a, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Mexican monster folklore or legend. It's like a Mexican cryptid like Bigfoot or Loch Ness. This is El Chupacabra. It's this dog-like creature, I think. The stance kind of reminds me of SCP. It kind of looks like SCP-860-2 for some reason. Yeah, this is El Chupacabra. And yeah, that's a running animation, of course, and that's a biting animation. Yeah, it just attacks villagers, and in the legends about it, it attacks sheep. Does it do that? Oh, I think in the next update, Mr. Volt should have it attack sheep to make it accurate to the folklore. But yeah, this is the Chupacabra. It just attacks and stuff. It looks pretty cool. So that's Chupacabra, and also drops a trophy. So now we have the Alien Queen, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. This is the queen of the aliens, or the xenomorphs. This is the Alien Queen. Look how big she is. She's massive. So, yeah, she's pretty tall. And, oh, I forgot to state the stats of the Werewolf and the Chupacabra. Sorry about that. So the Werewolf has 140 HP and 40 attack damage. The Chupacabra has 100 HP and 18 attack damage. The Alien Queen, she did not have any stats listed in the MCPE page, but I imagine she's pretty tough. And yeah, she just killed that villager in one hit. I think basically all these mobs have killed a villager in one hit. So yeah, that's the Alien Queen. She's pretty big. I don't know her stats, but they're probably really high because she's pretty big. She's probably like almost a boss mob. So from one female monster to another, and yeah, she doesn't drop anything. From one female monster to another, we have the Yukiona. So based on Google searches, the Yukiona is like this snow spirit of Japanese mythology. Yeah, this is the Yukiona, and if you noticed, her hair, her model looks very similar to the SCP-166 model from Bendy Demon 18's SCP add-on. Yeah, so this Yukiona, she's actually a neutral mob, so she won't attack you at first. Okay, she still attacks villagers, though. She only has 40 HP and 4 attack damage, so she's not exactly the strongest. I think she's the weakest mob in this add-on. So yeah, she's still pretty tough, but definitely not the strongest mob in this add-on. She's easy to kill, but she is neutral. So that's the Yukiona. And now we're going to be moving on to the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. So yeah, this is the Demogorgon. We all know the Demogorgon is the monster from the Upside Down, and it's pretty freaking scary. Just look at that mouth. Yeah, it opens it momentarily. Yeah, this is the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. It has 150 HP and 20 attack damage, so it's pretty powerful. Okay, how long have I been recording for? Yeah, 7 minutes. So this review is going to be 15 minutes at max. So yeah, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. It is pretty powerful, but not the strongest mob in this add-on. But you still have to watch out for this thing from the Upside Down. So that's the Demogorgon. I'm gonna put the spawn egg back in the chest. It doesn't drop anything. Yeah, it drops nothing. Now we're going to be moving on to the Frostman. So apparently this monster from folklore that lives in the mountains, and you can see the model is very similar to this mob from the Mousy's Mobs add-on called the Frostmaw. Yeah, it's basically the Frostmaw but no horns. It has 200 HP and 20 attack damage, so yeah, it's pretty dangerous. And look at that attack animation. It does a smash attack like the Hulk. That's pretty cool, and it does have a sleeping animation, which I think it's the only mob that has a sleeping animation. Yeah, that's the Frostman. 200 HP and 20 attack damage. Now we're going to be moving on to a pretty cool mob. We have the Big Siren, and yes, there's a different texture for the spawn egg for the Big Siren. The Big Siren has 400 HP and 60 attack damage, so yeah, definitely very dangerous. And look at that! That thing is so massive. That's the Big Siren. I think it's based off Leo Vincible's artwork of the Mega Horn Siren Head. I think it's like a giant siren head. So yeah, it has only one siren, and it also has this thing on top of the siren. I forgot what it's called. So yeah, this is the Big Siren, or the Mega Horn, or whatever you want to call it. It's massive, of course. You know, it's called Big Siren. So yeah, that's the Big Siren. I think it's supposed to drop a trophy. I don't know why it's not dropping one right now. And they accidentally put the spawn egg back in the chest. Oh, right, this is the spawn egg. It looks so different from all the other ones. So it's gonna try and chase down Villager, and yeah. Again, it's really dangerous. It has 400 HP and 60 attack damage, so either run away or have some really powerful armor if you want to slay this thing. I think it's supposed to have a trophy, but I don't know why it's not dropping. So that was the Big Siren. Gonna put the spawn egg back in the chest, and now we have a really awesome one. We have the Cartoon Cat himself. That's right, this is the Cartoon Cat. Look at that animation, that is so sick. This is, yeah, Trevor Henderson's very creepy, very dangerous cartoon monster is in Humanoid Terrors, and just look at those animations. It's just, the animations are so beautiful. It just extends its limbs. It's exactly, I think Mr. Volt just nailed the cartoon cat. Bendy's cartoon cat is definitely very good as well. Mr. Volt's is awesome. It just extends its limbs, and he's really tall as well, so yeah. Mr. Volt definitely nailed Cartoon Cat in this add-on, and it's probably one of my favorite mobs in this add-on. Just look at the animations. So yeah, that was Cartoon Cat, and he also drops a trophy. I'm just gonna put all the trophies here. So yeah, that was the one and only Cartoon Cat. Cartoon Cat is really dangerous. He has 800 HP and 250 attack damage. If those stats are true, then Cartoon Cat is a pretty overpowered mob in this add-on. Technical difficulty. Sorry about that, I had a phone call, so I had to cut the review, but we're back with the next mob, which is even more dangerous than Cartoon Cat if we go by the stats. It is the Wendigo Omega. So this is basically a super Wendigo, and this thing is straight up terrifying. It's a giant Wendigo, and just look at the model. It is so scary. It's very thin, you know, it has bones all over its body, and it is just extremely terrifying. Yeah, this is the Wendigo Omega. The stats say it has 1000 HP and 500 attack damage, so it's definitely one of the most dangerous mobs in this add-on, so you best watch out for this thing. If the stats are to be believed, this thing is like almost unbeatable. You need like super OP armor, and yeah, of course it attacks villagers. I think every mob in this add-on attacks villagers. I think that's hitbox issues. Why is it not attacking? Come on, man. Yeah, look at that snapping animation. This thing is scary. Yeah, the Wendigo Omega is one of the most powerful mobs, and it also drops a trophy. We will look at the trophies later. So that was the Wendigo Omega. I'm going to speed up this review a little. Now we're going to move on to the Kaijus, or the giant monsters. First we have Clover from Cloverfield. It has 800 HP and 180 attack damage. So again, it's a really dangerous mob, and this is Cloverfield. The model is pretty cool, I gotta say. Finally, Cloverfield is in Minecraft, and yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, Cloverfield is a found footage movie from 2008 with a giant monster, and it's really cool. I assume this is the Cloverfield from the old movie and not the Cloverfield paradox that people say like it's like bigger than Godzilla Earth, and because it stretches past the clouds. So yeah, that was Cloverfield, and he also drops a trophy. He's really cool. The model is pretty cool. So now we're going to be moving on to the Pacific Rim Kaiju. We have Otachi and Raijin. So Otachi has 1000 HP and 500 attack damage, and look at that. That is awesome. Yeah, look at that model. It's just so cool. Yeah, this Otachi from Pacific Rim, a very dangerous category 4 kaiju if I have my facts correct. And yeah, again, according to the stats, it has 1000 HP and 500 attack damage. Same stats as the Wendigo Omega, and it's really powerful. So it also drops a trophy. And lastly, we're going to be looking at Raijin. And yes, Raijin was already in the first version of this add-on that I reviewed, but his stats have been updated now. He now has 3000 damage and 600... he has 3000 HP and 600 attack damage. Sorry, messed that up. So yeah, he has been buffed now. He does way more attack damage, so yeah. Of course, I'm definitely going to be using a few of these mobs in my MCPE mob battles. You can request battles with them, and I will gladly do them for you if they work. So yeah, this is Raijin. He's now much more powerful than before, and he now has his very own trophy. So I think I'm about to wrap up the review right now. Let's go over the trophies pretty quickly. I'm just going to spawn them on the ground. Okay, so these are all of the trophies of the new mobs. Again, if you want to look at the features and trophies of the old mobs, you can just go to my old review. So we have the Hellhound trophy, the Werewolf trophy, Chupacabra trophy, the Frostman trophy, the Cartoon Cat statue. Yeah, some of these are not the body parts of the mobs, but they are instead statues of the mobs. So this is the Cartoon Cat statue, the Wendigo Omega statue, the Cloverfield statue, the Otachi statue, and the Raijin statue. I wonder why the Cartoon Cat statue is so big. So yeah, those are the new trophies and statues. I don't think they updated the other mobs to drop trophies. Like, let's try this one. Yeah, the Talkalosh doesn't drop a trophy. So yeah, these are all the new trophies and statues. I might release a quick part 2 after this on the other features. But yeah, that was the main focus of the Humanoid Terrorist update. So overall, the Humanoid Terrorist add-on, really, really awesome. My favorite mobs are the Cartoon Cat, the Pacific Rim Kaijus, and the Wendigo Omega. They just look so cool. But all of the other mobs are really cool, and if you're a fan of creepy monsters, then this is the add-on for you. It's definitely a perfect add-on for like Halloween or something. So yeah, this is the update of the Humanoid Terrorist add-on, and that's all for this video. So like and subscribe. Of course, the link will be in description, and bye.